Hi all, Kyber1 here, and today we are going to be discussing a unique issue. So let's begin. Hi. Okay, there we are. Do you have several of these, old school adventures that are just lying around, or you can find for cheap? Wow. Okay, yeah, but what good does this do our modern player sensibility? And, you have some other adventures that you might want to use concepts from or ideas. Ha ha ha. There's a book. Okay, so, for instance, you know that in Keep on the Borderlands, there are times that you need to know that the guard tower houses 24 guardsmen. Okay. And they have saving throws according to Fighter 1. So let's the commander of the guard is first level fighter for saving throws. So let's find a first level fighter. Okay, we're looking at barbarian, bard, cleric, monk. Okay, so fighter comes before monk, druid. So after druid, all right, fighter. Ah, sweet. We have a first level fighter there. And so if you're trying to translate any of this stuff, Keep on the Borderlands and everything else here will be best suited with an NPC Codex. Because you do not have to do any math, really, for this system. So what I suggest you do is you take the attributes and you run through the character development process from that point. And the reason I recommend that is because this is for characters levels 1 through 3. And if you could just take the creatures and their appropriate statistics and mash them in there, and then you can determine, based on the system you're using, how challenging that encounter is. For instance, 6 goblins. The NPC Codex helps flesh out the world in a far more detailed way than these old cranky stat blocks that I will now show you. Okay, one second. Come on, where are we? Okay, so here we are. 3 acolytes, armor class 9 or 2, cleric 1 for saving throws, hit points 6, 5, and 5. So number of attacks 1, damage 1d6, morale of 7, and then they tell you what they have. So you don't necessarily need all that information. You just need to know how many there are, and then you plug this in, use an Excel spreadsheet, and you can easily convert these in no time. As far as the detailed treasure, if you want to waste your time, leave it all in there exactly as written. If you don't want to waste your time, there are plenty of charts to roll on in later Dungeon Master's guides, and you can shrink it according to your style of play. For instance, if you're running a survival game, obviously lessen the amount of treasure encounters have. If you're running epic adventure, sure, somehow the goblins are sitting on a fortress of gold. this is another popular one, and these have been converted already for 5th edition, but they still retain an element of that level of complexity, as well as the original printings of them. That being said, it's far easier to translate any of these old school modules into modern fantasy by using this. And the statistics are a bit off, and they're modified for this system. That works because this is the system you're going to be using. There's no reason why you couldn't use the straight attributes for a level 1 fighter from this in 5th edition. Or Pathfinder 2. If that is what you're talking about. Because you need answers quickly. And that is what the NPC Codex does for you. Alright, Kyber 1 out.